I did it.
I'm Hey, sub 3! Sub 3!
No, that might be less. That might be more time. I don't think it's a PB.
I'll kill you.
I mean, go ahead.
I'll fucking turn your
fight
flesh
me.
into a PB&J. How about that for a PB? You fucking...
What you gotta do, Dillon?
Jesus.
What you gotta do is as soon as you left click that record button, you just need to go.
I should do that. You're right. You know, like the that was easy button. I should get a custom one of those where it just says me going.
I used to have one that was nut.
Yeah, but nut's not quite it. Nathan, am I allowed to say nut?
Yes.
This is some fucking 1984 bullshit.
Well, I mean, like it's just either way, it's just a word. A nut is just a nut. Like,
So it's just a word.
Just a word.
You know, it's just like context does mean a lot, but also that word is used mostly just for that term. While nut, there's like peanuts, there's walnuts, you know.
Nut.
I forgot I had this.
Nice.
I still have it on my phone.
God, I just heard it.
I'm at 666, boys. I'm keeping it there for at least 30
my gain's
seconds.
too high.
Your gains are too high, bro. Come on, you gotta pump those up.
Wait, you think you're too loud?
Yeah, I think I turned
You
my
sound
gain
fine.
up a while ago. No, but like on Audacity,
okay.
like I'm getting some pretty high waves,
Oh,
so I'm gonna
okay,
turn that
okay.
down.
That's fine. Nathan has to turn me up regardless most of the time in the editing process
That's
because I have
true.
such a low voice. So
Yeah.
I mean, he can just turn you down.
Yeah, I mean, I do like little edits before I start editing, so it'll be fine either way.
God,
Anyway,
Hello,
everybody.
everyone. Welcome to the
Flatline.
Bloomfeld podcast. I'm your host, Nathan Bloomfeld, joined by my singular other host, Logan. We got a great show for you tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Great show. We
What am I?
You don't exist. Shut up.
What do you mean I don't
Kill
exist?
yourself.
Who are you?
In about 5 minutes, Dimitri will be at your house, and you won't be a problem anymore. That loose end will be tied.
Dimitri?
Don't worry.
Who's Dimitri?
You'll meet Dimitri soon
Via
enough.
con Dios.
Oh my god.
He just comes in there. He's like, Via con Dios, in Nathan's little dark room.
Gotta love
Oh
when
yeah,
you
the room's
fucking-
dark now. Like, this is getting worse and worse as time goes
Yeah,
on.
Nathan, there's a reason half your house doesn't have power. It's because I've been cutting the breakers one by one. Just...
Yeah, so I was
no.
explaining this before we started recording. The recording room that I am in, it has no power right now because like half of my room doesn't have power. It's specifically only half of it. I don't know why, but like the ceiling fan doesn't work and the outlets on like the far end side of the room don't work, and this little cubby that I'm in is in my closet, which is on the far side of the room. So the light doesn't work. So I'm just sitting in the dark right now.
That's very dangerous.
Yeah, I've told Nathan time and time again the fact that he's a giant recording in essentially what is a hobbit hole still makes no sense to me, but, you know...
It's a better room than Harry Potter. The Harry Potter had, I think.
I don't think it is. Harry at least had, like, a furnished, like, bed. He could at least sleep. You can't sleep in there. It's like Satan's asshole.
Yeah, I mean, yes, it is very hot, and in the winter it gets very cold.
Yeah, it's almost like there's no insulation either way in there.
I mean,
So
no, it's just a
when
part of the roof.
Yeah.
Which Satan are we talking about when you're talking about Satan's ass?
The one that Lil
Satine?
Nas X gave us fucking lap dance to. That one.
Damn, I was hoping you were talking about Hercule.
Hercule.
No.
I was really hoping you were talking about Hercule.
Unfortunately, I'm not.
Oh, yeah, dude, I love how Hercule's the same voice as Mr. Torque from Borderlands. It's amazing.
There's nothing
is?
more badass than
Really?
respecting women.
Dude!
Well, at least
Packing some serious heat!
well, I mean, in Xenoverse, whenever I got the part with Hercule, that was definitely him. I'm assuming it's the same voice in the anime.
It most likely is, because all the Dragon Ball games, post 2000s use the Funimation dubcast.
Well, that was the strangest nerve pain I've just ever experienced.
Chris Rager, R-A-G-E-R.
Ooh, that guy's a champ. Love that dude's voice. It's amazing.
Yeah. He's also Will Powers in Ace Attorney, and Arlong in the Funimation dub of One Piece.
Oh, that's kind of... Oh, he's Oh, wait, no, he is Arlong. Shoot, because I actually got to that part of One Piece. That's actually a pretty good arc, Arlong Park. But yeah, that is him. Oh, God.
I like how you combined part with arc. I'm going to use that. Park.
Park. Well, I mean, no, it is. That's what's called Arlong Park. That's the location in the arc.
It
is
just
Park.
felt like a fucking needle went through my pupil.
Okay, we need to talk about Dillon's deteriorating health here. You okay, buddy?
So to describe it, it felt like a needle got thrust into my pupil, and then the pupil basically like seeped out from the rest of my eye and like astral projected forward. And now I'm fine.
Are you
I really
sure?
like how Dillon. I really like how Dillon describes his pain. Not gonna lie.
It's very
It's
formal.
weird.
creative.
It's
Very creative.
look. I got to get creative to describe just how fucked up my body is.
So, fellas, how's it going?
It's going. It's going pretty good.
it's going.
Hot as fuck. Hot as fucking.
Nathan's sweating balls. I'm fucking like astral projecting from nervous system damage. And Logan, you always want to fucking get run over by a truck. I mean, we all do, but
It is exponentially bad this past week, and I'm pretty sure I didn't get 2 words of what happened in my last 2 lectures.
I mean, fair enough.
So what happened today in class, which happened right before we started recording, they brought in this lady to talk about like setting up like applications and putting up your resume and stuff. She went on for about an hour. And to be honest, I think she was kind of going into like a lot of details about how to be professional about things. It's just, ma'am, this is networking 3. I am already tired, and I need to understand how ACL works. I don't have time to make a fucking, what do you call it, application or whatever, my portfolio as a professional. Please go away.
I'll worry about that when I graduate, ma'am. Please.
yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to say one thing real quick. I apologize to our dear audience that we've kind of dropped the ball majorly with getting out podcasts as of late. It really is just because all 3 of our lives are on fire at the moment. So
Yeah.
bear with us.
It's
Yeah.
pretty rough right now.
I am very sorry, and the sad part is too, I can't really even guarantee that we're just gonna strictly get back on track, because I bet we're probably gonna miss more weeks in the future.
Yes.
As of now. So again, really sorry. I haven't even been getting clips out, so it's gonna be a little sporadic for a little while. I'm sorry about that. A lot of schedule changes and stuff like that, and but we'll try. We're trying as hard as we can. We promise. A couple of the episodes before this one goes up, like during the break, have gotten some pretty good views, honestly, and I'm very happy about that. So for anyone out there sticking with us, I appreciate you immensely.
I mean, yes, we appreciate every single one of you who decides to watch this shit or listen to it. I guess.
I don't think the audience was gonna be like, oh fuck, they didn't upload for a week. I'm just gonna take my subscription somewhere.
Well, wasn't
else.
it 2 weeks?
Yeah, it was 2 weeks, but I don't think it's that too big of a deal.
Maybe not. I just wanted to give a little bit of context rather than us just brush over. It's like, oh, the 2 weeks? What do you mean we didn't post for 2 weeks?
Oh,
You're
yeah,
crazy.
for sure.
You don't know what
Absolutely.
the fuck happened.
Absolutely.
Although it would be funny if we gaslit our viewers.
I like to think our audience is pretty chill, so thank you guys for that. And of course, all 3 of us being in a state where we're young adults, we're very busy, have very little free time. We also have a lot of real life obligations, and at the moment this podcast is purely a hobby type of deal. Even though we want to take it very seriously, it's also hard to because Dillon has real life responsibilities. I have real life responsibilities, and so does Nate.
Yep.
We all 3 work jobs. Me and Nathan are still in college at this point, so it's very hard to also cram this in while we're also keeping in mind of self-care. Like actually doing stuff that we like to do, like get on PlayStation, play video games together, or
Take showers.
Take showers. Yeah, spending time with our families. All that other stuff that everyone has to deal with when dealing with young adult life when you're in your early 20s or late teens or whatever. So,
as a little incentive, though, for our audience, for everyone who, watches the podcast we put out, this is a money-back guarantee, mind you. This is legally binding. That's a joke.
Oh, boy.
It's not. All the men who, they click on the video, that adds at least, 2 inches to your penis. Women, you'll probably go up a cup size or 2. If you're one of those individuals that has both, first of all, you're welcome here. Second of all, you do get both increases. That's a money-back guarantee.
No, you're just...
Dillon's covering all the bases. Every type of fan we got.
All peoples are welcome here. Anyone who is willing to listen to 3 depressed white men talk about and shit, and this depressing state of their lives. It's like your kings, chads, queens, royalty, I guess, would be the
Royalty.
the neutral one.
We need a non-binary term for king or queen.
Lord?
Monarch.
Lady? Monarch?
Monarch.
Monarch's probably the best one.
By the way, fuck the queen. Anyway, let's continue.
Yeah, rip bozo. Rest in piss, bitch.
Rest in
Look,
Rest.
the audience
rest in
knows
pieces.
I'm half Scottish. They've known that for months. That was required. If I didn't do that, the nano machines in my blood were gonna detonate.
Nanomachine, son. Also, that episode title where we revealed that, what was it, 44% Scottish, 100% hero.
Yeah.
Now that you said fuck the queen, that's like 110% hero now.
Yeah.
Maybe
I
up to
mean,
the full 50 Scottish as well. It purged some of the English in my blood and made me more pure.
How does that
Purified
work?
me.
Nanomachines.
Nano machines.
It just reminds me of that part of Bioshock when you first get a plasmid and Atlas is like, don't worry, your genetic code is just being rewritten. You'll be fine.
Maybe that's why I
love
have
that.
nervous pain. It's just my genetics are just completely getting rewritten every few weeks.
Well, how much how many plasmids do you inject in your wrists weekly?
You're supposed to inject them in the wrist. Oh, that explains why it's been hard to sit down.
It's not steroids, Dillon.
But
mean,
why have I been getting sick gains then?
I mean, you're supposed to be able to shoot fire and lightning and shit out of your fingertips, but I mean, maybe they're not plasmids. Maybe you are just injecting steroids. In
Or
which case,
black
you
tar
put them in your
heroin.
ass.
I wish it was black tar heroin, because then I wouldn't feel the pain.
Or
It heals-
SpongeBob, I'm
God.
injecting black tar heroin into me left nut
This
and I'm going
this
to
has been
die.
a fever dream of the first 12 minutes of this fucking recording. I know we're like, the format's fucked, but who wants to go first with a topic?
I mean, I was just gonna segue into a quick question that we can get into a proper topic. I know
Alright.
Logan has. Dillon, have you ever played any of the Bioshock games?
I don't think I've played them. I think I've seen Tyler play through some of it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow, you're missing out.
I have
borrow my
I
copy?
have it on. I think I have the collection on PlayStation. I just haven't gotten around to playing it yet. There's a lot of games in my backlog.
Great
yeah.
versions just save often in the first game. I've had the first game crash on me.
Gotcha.
Yeah, first game's my favorite though, which I know a lot of people like 2, but first game is probably my favorite.
Yeah.
And Infinite.
Actually, it's the other way around. A lot of people prefer the first game. Even though
It's
the
weird.
first, I personally think the second game is way better mechanically, but
But yeah, I see a lot of people. I don't know why. I guess I've seen a lot of people prefer either the second game or the third game. Now the thing is, I have seen plenty of people say the second game's not as good, but I've never like the weird thing about the first Bioshock game is it feels like people don't talk about it, which almost makes me inclined to think that people are meh about it.
the general consensus I've seen whenever I see Bioshock discussions is usually the first one or Infinite. Two gets a little bit of flack because in a lot of ways it's just kind of a small step forward compared to the first game, where it's like, okay, in terms of like world building and stuff, it doesn't really tell you anything you kind of didn't already know about the lore and stuff like that in the first game. So the first game was kind of like groundbreaking in a lot of ways in terms of like, wow, this is a really unique and cool idea, even though it's based on stuff like, what was it, based on Ayn Rand and stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah, which is odd why I like Bioshock so much because I really don't like Ayn Rand. Like, okay, that sounds like a personal attack. I have
You don't
no
like
idea
the
who
concept.
Ayn Rand. No,
You don't
I don't
like the
like any of
concept.
Ayn Rand's like books or shit like that. They bore the fuck out.
Nah,
of
as
me.
a
But I think
person,
that's
too,
why.
fuck 'em.
I think that's why. And also, the second game is, it doesn't have as much content. It is a shorter game. Like, there's not as many
Yeah.
locations, there's not as many crazy, memorable moments, and I think Andrew Ryan not being an important thing in the second game also had a lot to do
Yeah,
with
which
it.
people really liked Andrew Ryan as like a
Yeah.
antagonist, which I did too.
And
Now,
I think
granted, there's the shit with Atlas. Should I
We don't
even
talk
give
about that.
spoilers for a decade-old game? Like,
I wouldn't because, one, Dillon hasn't played it.
Yeah.
And two, there's probably people in the audience who haven't, so no, don't spoil. But I will say the Infinite probably gets a lot of love because it also kind of takes a unique take on the series where it's like a whole new location, whole new cast. So 2 is kind of seen as that weird stepchild. When it was just a duology, I think people were a little softer on it because it was like, well, it's just Bioshock 1 again, but better, so that's fine. And then, Bioshock 3 comes out, or Infinite, I guess, whatever you want to call it, and people are I don't know, they kind of look at it in a different light. Maybe I'm wrong on that. Maybe there's no correlation there. between 2 and 3, but 2 is generally seen as the worst, I believe, just for not being as exciting. Even though it is mechanically better than the first game. That's why I like it more.
Which is sad, because the second game is good. I mean, well, granted, I'm not sure everyone's saying it's a bad game. It's just, like, the worst. Like, it's the shortest tall guy in the scenario, I think.
Yeah, like me.
Average
I'm
height.
Bioshock 2. I am the Bioshock 2 of this group.
Ah, yes. Yeah, I need to finish Bioshock Infinite. I actually played a decent chunk of that game, and I never got around to finishing it.
There's a lot of games in my backlog.
I, to this day, have not even put Infinite in the system. Okay, I put it in the system. It's installed on my PS4, but I've never actually sat down and booted it up. And
It
I
is
don't
a
know
very
why.
good game, from what I played.
I think my problem is that I played the first 2 back-to-back, and then I was like, okay, I'm kind of Bioshocked out. I wasn't burnt out, per se, but I was like, I don't want to get burnt out, so it's like, I'm going to take a break. And then I put 3 on the shelf, and it's still there.
Yeah.
So, haven't had a reason to go back to it. And
Yeah.
when's Bioshock 4 happening? I don't know.
Good question.
I mean, maybe they should just let the series rest. I don't know, but who knows?
Well, 4 is confirmed. It's just we haven't heard anything about it in like 3 years.
Oh, okay.
Speaking of things being confirmed, GTA 6 footage got leaked.
Oh, yeah, that was a
Have you
big
guys
thing.
seen any of it?
I
No, I
think
didn't
I saw
really.
like a screenshot or something from it. Like it looks about how you'd expect from like something that's like halfway done, if that.
I heard a few key points about the gameplay footage, and well, first of all, gamers are the most stupid people on planet Earth.
mean,
And
yes.
secondly, the actual consensus of the footage was, sounds like it's in a couple of ways it was Florida Man the game, because it takes place in Miami or whatever. Was it Vice
I think
City?
it's Vice City, yeah.
Yeah, whatever GTA's Miami is.
Which you really would think a thing called Vice City would just be a parody of Vegas, but
I mean, that's already Los Santos, though, I think.
well,
no, Los Santos is L.A.
Yeah, that's LA.
and then
yeah,
Liberty
sure,
City's is it
New
New
York
York?
City, I
Yeah?
think?
It's New
Yeah,
York.
it's New York.
It's New York. It's New York / Chicago, I think. I think it's like a combination of the
Oh,
two.
it's, yeah. We need a GTA
yeah.
Detroit where you just constantly get your car stolen.
That's just GTA in
Yeah,
general.
no, but like, no, it's GTA Uno reverse, because instead of you stealing other people's cars, you come out from like buying smokes
okay,
or something, your hubcaps are gone.
A GTA game where you're the civilian.
That would be
a
Like
That would've
GTA,
been- Go ahead.
GTA Detroit would basically just being in a GTA Online server, but they're bots instead of people.
that would have been a fantastic spin-off game in the mid 2000s for the Nintendo DS.
Yeah.
But generally, from what I've understood, I don't know if Rockstar made a statement. I didn't look at. I can actually pull it up here in a minute, but I believe
I looked at it.
I believe. Oh, okay. Did they announce what they're going to do? Like, are they going to cancel development and start over, or are they just going to keep going?
On what, GTA 6?
Yeah, like if it's that big of a leak, is that going to affect development?
Okay, now what they said in the statement itself, I remember it pretty clearly, actually. They says, like, okay, we had a breach in security from a third party, skip a couple lines. All of our live service models for games and whatnot have not been compromised. They're all good, and they'll be continuing development, basically.
Okay, so they didn't say anything about how it's going to affect 6's development, if at all.
I think that's some corporate jargon
Yeah.
for y'all pulled some bullshit, but we gonna keep going, motherfuckers.
See,
No, yeah,
and I'm
they're
okay
basically just going
with
to keep doing development. They haven't made any statements on, like, changing anything in the game or whatnot, anything like that.
I think I'm okay with that because, as far as I'm aware, we haven't had any real plot leaks. Because, at this point, the game's still in, like, beta alpha stage. So, like, they couldn't have gotten that much from the leak
Yeah.
other than kind of giving us an idea of what we're in for by saying, yeah, it's in Miami or whatever in Vice City.
Also, another thing to consider is like the story of like the campaign of 6 will not be nearly as important to people as once 6 has an online mode.
Oh,
no.
I'm expecting online on launch.
Probably.
Yeah, people are, like, not going to give a shit about the story mode of 6. After Rockstar popped the cap off of, the GTA Online community, it's over.
Yep.
I would say not as many people are going to care, but there are a significant amount of people who are going to. Because keep in mind, GTA was a juggernaut before GTA Online.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, but
You
now
know, I mean,
GTA
there's
Online
San
has just made them fucking. Rockstar can like wipe their ass with a gold foil now.
Oh, I'll contest that simply on the fact that I've seen a lot of discourse over the years about the online pushing back GTA 6. Because, and like also the reason we never got single player DLC that Rockstar promised for GTA 5.
Yep.
There are a lot, and keep in mind, Red Dead 2.
Yeah.
Red Dead 2 shows there are still people love Rockstar games with single player focused experiences. It kind of sucks they shat all over the online, but they are GTA San Andreas on the PS2. The PS2 is still the greatest selling console of all time, and that's the best selling game on it. Yep. GTA is a big enough juggernaut that I think as long as the single player experience is going to be good, I think there's a lot of people who are going to buy 6 for that alone. Obviously there's going to be way more people playing online because it attracts the casual crowd.
Yep.
But I still think there's going to be people who are excited for the story.
That's fair.
I think it'll be cool. And I mean, like, if they really kick it up a notch like they did with the Red Dead 2 story, I'll definitely be invested.
Oh yeah, the cinematography is probably going to be top notch. It's going to be
very, very excited.
Because even GTA 5 had a pretty damn impressive cinematography for the time.
Yeah, it was pretty good, like, animation and stuff. Now, the models are a little bit janky on certain parts and, like, their expressions and whatnot, but, they still looked good for what they did.
Yeah, because there are just upscaled PS3 models.
But yeah.
You guys ever seen the PS3 version of GTA 5 in action?
Yeah, I think so.
It runs at 30, doesn't it?
Yes. I'm pretty sure the 360 and PS3 versions run in 30.
I mean, hell, GTA 5 on, PS4 and Xbox One or whatever don't even run at 60 very consistently, but they can run at 60.
Well, that's online's fault for Rockstar having shitty servers.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, the story runs pretty consistently, actually.
Flip-flopping back and forth between PS4 games and my PC, it's like, I don't care, it won't matter. But then, like, sometimes it really can be jarring, especially, like, the games that I can run at 144 now, and then going back to 30, I'm like, what the fuck?
This is gross, bro.
I get used, but then the problem is then I'll get used to, like, I'll play, like, PlayStation for, like, a week with you guys, and I'll get used to, like, 30 and 60 again, and then I'll come back to PC, boot some up, see 140, I'm like, what the fuck?
Dude, playing Arkham Asylum for the first time on PC drove me up a wall. I was like, oh my god, it's so smooth, what the fuck?
That's a great thing about playing, like, kind of older games on really any kind of, like, PC build, unless it's literal dog shit. You can run everything on ultra, like 120 plus, and it's like, god damn.
Yeah. Playing Black Ops 1 in 4K is really fucking weird. Because, like, you can see the pixels.
Yes. I want Dillon to play Arkham Asylum at 144 hertz because I'm pretty sure the frame rate in Arkham Asylum is not locked. So if you have a monitor that can go above 60, the game will push itself to that.
I have not booted up Asylum since I got the new monitor, so I should do that.
It makes the game freak the fuck out. So please do that. And please stream it when you do to Discord so I can watch.
I will definitely do that.
All right, so any other discussions about, or any other thoughts about the Rockstar leak?
I mean, I was just about to suggest we could switch topics whenever you guys got something.
They had it coming because they killed Red Dead Online.
I mean, my topic's still related to games, so we could get to that one, or we could, like, get an actual change of pace.
I mean, whichever one, like, because something I think will be fun to do is, we can all three look at the topics channel together and then just pick the one we all three find the most interesting to talk about.
Okay, well, I am interested about the almost home alone myself topic from you, Nathan.
I can second that. I want to hear about that.
Okay, so I came home kind of late the other night from work. I think it was on Saturday night. Yeah, it was Saturday night. I got home from work, and I was tired, and I was walking over to my game room, and... Shit. Cut that. My little sister...
God.
We can't say names.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I want my... Whatever.
I feel like we shouldn't say that name in that instance.
Probably not. That's a child, Bill.
Yeah. No doxing children.
Yeah, I mean, fuck Derek. But
yes,
so
he's a
my little sister, my little sister left out this little skateboard that she rides around on, and I was like, all right, I'll get this out of the way. So I just pushed it out of the way, and then I went and got something to drink in the kitchen, and then I was walking back to the game room, and then all of a sudden, my foot just went, whoa, 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 and I barely didn't fall over. But then I looked down, and it was the skateboard. It's like, oh my god, I put this skateboard right in front of the door to the room.
Are you an idiot?
So I very narrowly almost home alone to myself.
Why didn't you pick it up and put it away?
I was tired.
Dude, it
You're
doesn't.
so tired you're willing to sabotage yourself.
It doesn't take that much more effort to pick up a skateboard and like put out of the way as it does to just like kick it.
I'd rather like push through my laziness and tiredness than almost like piss myself off, because like if that happened to me in that scenario, I'd break the fucking board.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm breaking the fucking board. I'm buying her a new one, obviously, but I'm breaking the fucking board because holy shit, why is this in my way?
Worth it.
Yeah, I mean, God, oh my God, that just made me pissed off because it made me think of something really
Okay.
annoying.
All right.
Go
So, back whenever my little sister was a little bit shorter, she couldn't reach stuff up on the countertops and whatnot.
Yeah.
She had this fold-out plastic stool thing that she
Oh,
carried around the kitchen everywhere to get stuff. I kicked the shit out of that thing once a fucking day. And every time I did it, it pissed me off so much. Like, I would just walk to the kitchen, bop, God damn it! And I kept putting it away in the corner. Like, I folded it up because it was like a folding stool. I folded it up, put it away. The next day, it was there again. Pop, God damn it!
I just like to imagine 15-year-old Nathan cursing like a sailor in front of his parents. Fuck!
Oh goddamn.
It was so annoying. And the funniest part too is every now and again I would be in the other room playing games and I just heard bonk and then my dad, shit.
That reminds me, I don't know if I got a chance to tell you, Nathan, what happened yesterday when I got on PlayStation with Dillon and the rest of the gang. I cracked my fucking knee on solid steel.
Ooh. How'd that happen?
So, okay, it may not have actually been solid steel, but it was fucking solid ass metal. So I trimmed up the yard with the weed eater because that's my job. My dad doesn't do it anymore. He's like, you're old enough, you're gonna fucking do it, and you better do it. It's like, alright, fine, that's
Son,
fair.
I'm old, do it.
I mean, yeah, mom cuts the grass with the riding mower. I weed eat. So I mean, I'll take that.
Daddy
as fucking mowing the
needs
grass.
son.
Daddy needs son to do some work around the house because daddy works 50 hours a week. So, I'm trimming the yard and I finish up and I go in and I tell dad, like, you want me to do this, that, or the other? He's like, nah, I got some weed killer. So it's like, that's fine. You're done for the day. So I go to put the weed eater up and I left it over on the back porch. Well, we have these rocks concreted into one section of the backyard because we were originally going to make a little rock walkway, well, that fell through, so we ended up not doing that. But that's still there. That's just kind of permanent. It had rained earlier that day, and those rocks are creek rocks.
Oh no.
So they're very flat and smooth. They were wet. I didn't see it. I saw my ass.
Oh, God.
And my left knee. I somehow managed to catch myself, but my momentum carried my left knee into the yard sweeper. If you know what that is. We have one of those those big black things with a bag, and you attach them to the back of a riding mower, and you can drag it around and pick up the shavings from where you cut the grass. My knee went straight into the part where the hitch locks into the yard sweeper to drag it. And that's nothing but metal.
Yeah, because the hitch.
Yeah, it's because it's from the early 90s or some shit. But yeah, so I have a giant, well, not a giant, but I have a decent gash in my freaking left knee now. I was in the yard, writhing in pain for 5 minutes.
Did anyone come out to help?
They didn't hear me because I refused to scream.
I just imagine Logan on the ground just.
You know that Family Guy clip where Peter falls down and grabs his leg? That's essentially what happened. Only I'm going.
Damn.
It was pretty bad, but it's not hurting anymore. It was in pain for a while. It did go numb for a minute, but I cleaned up the wound. I'm fine.
Nice.
But it's pretty funny in hindsight because I had a fun time telling everyone the story. I come in through the garage and Mom's like, "Are you okay? You're almost limping." I'm like, "I busted my knee."
I busted it down.
Mom's like, "Are you okay?" It's like, "Nah, I'm fine." And then this is what I love about my parents. My mom asks me if I'm fine. I tell Dad, and he just starts laughing.
Yeah, sounds about
my dad kind of does stuff like that, you know.
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh god, I just stubbed my toe really hard. And he's like, well, is it bleeding? He's like, nah. I was like, yeah, that's okay then.
Your toes are already fucked up. It's not like anything's gonna change that, Nathan.
Man, my
Yeah.
toes are better.
They let your toe go on that long. I'm pretty sure your folks are like, well, if he dies, he dies.
Well, I mean, that was where mine is. My mom was like, at some point, my mom just dragged me to a podiatrist.
Well, yeah, it's almost like you had fucking like foot rot.
Wait, a podiatrist? That's a foot doctor? I thought that was never mind. I'm not gonna pretend.
I thought that's what my uncle
I mean, what would you?
was.
What'd you think? like, what'd you think it was? I'm curious.
I'm trying to remember. Isn't it orthopedist? Or is that something else?
Because I know podiatrist is foot.
Why? What
It is?
Are
Okay.
you sure? Because pediatricians for kids.
Hold on, I'm gonna look it up then.
Fucking
'cause I
three
swear to
white
God.
men don't know what doctors are.
I'm pretty sure.
Um,
Hold on, I'm looking it up.
Orthopedics is a branch of surgery with conditions involving the. Oh God, I can't. It's not a foot doctor. I can't read that.
Now read it.
Wow, what is it?
Musculoskeletal system.
Musculoskeletal?
Musculus. Yes, that's what orthopedic. Never mind.
Oh,
Oh right. Okay.
I've heard of
That makes sense
orthopedic
now.
shoes.
yeah.
Yeah, they're for spinal things. It's for spinal things.
Yeah,
commonly.
yeah. It's a podiatrist is what a foot doctor.
It's
is.
podiatrist. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
it
so
starts with a POD, the podiatrist.
Oh, I thought it was PED, like PED. That explains. Okay, so we're all fucking
So-
stupid. Gotcha.
so orthopedic. I remember where I've heard that before.
Oh, wait, I
So,
know where you've heard it from.
Little trivia for you, Dylan. In original Final Fantasy VII,
Yeah.
there's a flashback scene where you can go into Tifa's house, and you can go in her room, and you can
kinda
find
sus.
orthopedic you can you can find orthopedic underwear.
What the fuck
It's
is
not
orthopedic underwear?
It's a special type of bra to help with her giant titties messing up her
I
spine.
thought it was like panties. I'm like, how can panties help your spine? Like that makes sense though. That bras
Yeah.
would.
Well, obviously it doesn't
that
tell
pussy
you, but like
messing up your spine.
everyone in the fandom's like, I mean, it has to be a bra, right? It's like, there's no way her panties would be.
I mean,
orthopedic,
maybe if the panties like are compression and support the dump truck, but even then, I don't feel like that would have. I don't think
I think-
having a dump truck ass would affect your spine nearly as much as having milk truck tits.
I want to say Tifa Lockhart does not have as big of an ass as she does titties, so I'm pretty sure it's a bra.
Probably. The concept of
I'm
orthopedic
sorry.
panties is funny though.
There are orthopedic footwear though. I'm pretty sure. Like, I'm pretty sure that's also like, because some people like have uneven legs or something, uneven feet.
Yeah, like one leg shorter
You know.
than the other.
So they have like specially made shoes to like kind of even them up because they'll obviously fuck up their legs. You know.
Is there
in the future.
orthopedic underwear for someone just massive cock and nuts?
I don't know. Ask that one guy we knew in high school. I don't.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to say his name, but you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know. He had massive badongles for nuts.
To give
dude.
context, audience, this guy we knew in high school had to get a nut reduction. That's how big his nuts were.
Yeah, they were like, God. They're
Basically,
like like
ball
little
your
bit
fist.
bigger than kiwis.
Ball your fist, and you have a good idea of what they looked like.
No, man was kind of just hogging around tangerines.
Got oranges in that sack.
God, yeah, it was.
That's the
was a
definition
bit- it was
of
a
a
bit
crit
nuts.
spot right there.
Yeah.
You guys
I
ever
mean-
get hit in the nuts with a sock full of oranges?
That sounds awfully specific.
I have been hit in the cock and nuts with a frozen orange. It wasn't a sack of them, but it was a like half frozen orange.
so it was
you gotta
shoved
eat.
up, so it hurt.
It hurt
You
a
gotta
lot.
use a you gotta use a sock just to add some extra disrespect.
Yeah, two
Butter sock.
two of our two dickhead people we used to know in high school, me and Nathan. They were it was the like four of us were basically like forming a square, and they were tossing around an orange. I knew they were gonna throw it at one of us. I was really banking on them throwing it at Nathan, and then they just nailed me in between the legs, and I just I fall to the ground on my knees. I'm like, oh fuck. And then they decided to pick it up and throw it at my face. And then, out of just sheer anger, I was able to stand up and then sprint as fast as I could to chase them down.
Just like Doom 2016 music starts playing as soon as he gets up.
Legit, as soon as they hit me in the face, all the pain disappeared because it was replaced with anger.
I remember the first time I got hit in the nuts. It was a very painful experience. It was my sister, my little sister.
I can't remember the first time I got.
I don't know the exact first time, but I can definitely think of the likely scenario of the first time.
I remember the first time I got hit in there, I thought, oh, I'm going to get ball cancer.
Oh, my balls ain't gonna work.
No,
Flip the
I was
ball
8
switch.
at the time, mind you. I was 8 at the time.
Yeah, I remember in like 2nd and 3rd grade, there was me, my friend James, and our friend Ryan. And Ryan was like the charismatic like leader of the three of us, and he would always you're fucking dumb kids, and he would like run up and ask them out. And here's the thing: the girls had their own clique that was like twice the size of ours. They had us outnumbered, and when you're 8 years old, kids are the same size. It's not like either of them have gone through puberty or anything. So it's like, and some of the girls were bigger than us. Specifically, this one who was like their enforcer, as if they were a motorcycle. Like, she was mean and scary. And I distinctly remember there were times where Ryan would go up to girls and ask them out. They would chase us down, even though me and James didn't do anything, and all three of us would get kicked in the balls.
Oh my god.
That sounds like an Ed, Edd n Eddy episode.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
It's pretty funny.
Right in the nuts.
Now, I do remember whenever I was young, my balls got kicked and punched a lot. Because I grew up with an older brother.
Yeah.
So it happened a lot.
Just slapping
There's
the
also
balls.
There's also plenty of times I'll just be hanging out in my room and my brother was like, "Hey, check this out," and then it would just be buck ass nude. It's like, God, no.
Your dick's never gonna get this big.
I just remember every now and again, I would just turn to the door and just see full ass.
Well, also, Nathan, it doesn't even matter now that Derek doesn't live with you anymore, because now, like, when we're out in public, I've hit you in the balls several times.
Every time you pick up a Funko Pop figure, I'm just, like, instinctually walking away.
So one time, me, Nathan, and our friend Hump, we were in Walmart, and I picked up a pop figure, and Nathan was distracted talking to Hump, and I took the edge of it, and I swung it up, and I parted Nathan's balls like the Red Sea, and he dropped to his knees in Walmart. And also, in the middle, this is like in the middle of like the electronics section, he just goes, "Oh!" It was very funny.
It was fun, but also, God, that sucked.
Hit him with the frickin'
Nut.
I'm keeping this nut button around.
That's a good idea.
I like that.
All right, I think we got off topic of the Home Alone thing pretty quick, so who's next?
Nate, if you could get a soundbite of nut and just replace every time we say nut with it, I mean, that'd be pretty sweet.
That would be pretty great.
I could find it. I might be able to find it. I mean, there's plenty of free downloads for sound effects and whatnot online. I could probably snag.
Yeah.
If you can do it at least one time this episode, that'd be pretty poggy.
Yeah, it'd be pretty poggy. News.
Yeah, I'll definitely see what I could do. It'd be very funny, I think.
All right, which topic you guys want to talk about now that we've talked about almost Home Aloneing yourself?
I don't know. What do you guys got in mind?
I mean, I've got a few topics I could talk about, but I don't give a shit.
Is big tits one of them?
No, that one was just a reply because Nathan put a topic of bug bites. Originally, I was going to say bug tits, but I'm like, that will be kind of weird, so I just said big tits.
Bug tits.
Bug tits.
Nice.
Ooh.
I don't think bugs have tits because they're not males. No, but they're insects.
It'd be funny. Sex.
I mean, they only have tits if you're a furry.
What is it for an insect? I know there's scalies and furries.
There's crawlies.
Is that actually what it's called?
No, I don't know, but it should be called crawlies.
That just put a horrible mental image in my head.
Get your shit together, furries. Call it crawlies.
I mean, I don't know, man. Furries are weird because, like, you know,
Just leave
everyone
the
hates
sentence there.
spiders.
Furries are weird.
mean,
That's all you
To
had to
be
say.
fair, spiders aren't
I mean,
insects,
like-
they're arachnids.
Like furries are weird, but like everyone hates spiders and think they're gross and terrifying. And then there's just like Dommy Spider Mommy, and everyone goes crazy. And I realized I just sound like the Joker there. I'm sorry,
Wait,
but it's just...
Dobby Spider-Man, what the fuck are you talking about?
But what about? I mean, Spider-Man's cool.
Spider-Man
yeah.
doesn't look or act like a spider, though. He climbs
No,
on
but he
walls
has.
and has
he
webs.
has.
That's it.
But he has one on his chest.
But like, have you guys ever seen that shit of like? It's basically just like like a spider abdomen with spider legs, and then there's just like a torso of a chick with big fucking titties and like 8 eyes and shit. Like, you seen that?
No.
I need to, hold on.
Am I
Are
crazy?
you talking
Like-
about Shelob from Lord of the Rings?
Hold on, guys.
Well, I mean, I'm not even talking about ones like specific, just like the sexy spider ladies that everyone's like all about.
You are going on weird corners of the internet to be finding sexy spider ladies, because I'm telling you right now,
It just-
Nathan,
it just
that I've never
happens,
seen
all right?
them.
Don't mind me. I'm just going incognito here.
Nice.
I mean, yeah, it's just I've seen that shit. Like, it just pops up, and I'm like,
Nathan-
oh,
Nathan-
why?
Sexy Dommy.
Nathan, I look up some
spider
such shit, but I have never seen like sexy dommy mommy spider GF. No.
Safe searches off. Ooh.
Ooh, it's like a minotaur but a spider.
Okay, well, first of all, you're talking about a centaur, because a minotaur is basically just a bipedal bull.
centaur.
Yeah, you're talking about a
found it.
centaur.
Centaur.
Okay, I'm not finding any Dommy spider mommies, but I did find a pretty sick ass swimsuit.
Okay, Jesus fucking Christ. Are we talking about the bug bites topic then, I guess?
I mean, I don't know, because that also, I don't know why it's talking about that. Never mind.
No,
Okay,
what? No,
never mind,
say
bug
it.
bites.
No, say it.
No,
Say it.
no, 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 no,
Say
no,
it.
no. There's no.
No, come on, say it. You're amongst
No,
friends
no,
here.
we're not.
It's off the record.
No, we're not. No, we're not talking about
Why
it.
not? Pussy?
Nate. Look at it this way. You could talk about it, and then you could simply just edit it out.
Exactly. Come on.
I mean, I always could.
Come
This is your
on.
podcast, brother.
Yeah, come on. Okay, no, yeah. Talking about that, it just like brought me PTSD of all the like. Okay, Dillon doesn't know this character. I know Logan will. It's another spider character named Muffet from Undertale.
Undertale?
There was
Okay.
so much porn. There was.
Well, yeah,
A lot
that's
of
the
Muppet
Undertale
porn.
community we're talking about.
I mean, you're right.
Muffet.
But I mean, like, for some reason, there's like, if you were going on the internet to find Undertale porn, it would either be of Toriel or Muffet. It was like a lot.
Wow, you're not kidding. There was a lot. I typed in Muffet and not safe for work, and holy shit.
Yep.
I didn't know spiders had that big of tits. Damn.
They don't.
Sometimes he's got 8 of them.
That's also not how that works.
Yeah, it's like, oh my god, guys, you're really pushing it to the limit at this point.
Like, look, yeah, I'm as horny as the rest of anyone, but like, you gotta have respect for anatomy, my guy.
And
And
I think you're asking a lot from nerds there.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean,
that's
fish
true.
don't have tits either, but here we are.
They don't know how women work.
Never,
No, I mean, it's just like how that next Horizon Zero game came out. It's like, hey, yo, why this bitch got a beard?
honestly, Nathan, you saying that fish don't have tits reminds me of a quote from a college humor video where the guy goes, "Carmen, the frog has tits out to here. I've never seen bigger tits in my life." And she's like, "I have." Where? Tumblr.
Tumblr. I fucking love that.
What percentage of our site is porn?
Conservatively, 9%. 9%.
9%?
90.
90?
90?
98.
90?
Goddamn.
It's a very good video.
All right. Nathan, tell us about these weird bug bites you got.
Okay, so there's 2 that stick out to me, and I know Logan knows both of them. I know you at least know one of them, Dylan. I'm going to tell them both anyway. So the first one I'm going to talk about was, well, both of them were terrifying, first of all, because they're a little bit too close to below the belt. But I'll talk about the worst one out of the 2 first. And it happened while I was in the shower. You know, when a man is at his most vulnerable.
Yes. Well, shitting and showering, those are the most vulnerable.
I mean, in the bathroom, you're mostly at,
Yes.
you're mostly at your most vulnerable.
Yes.
So I was taking a shower, just having a grand old time, washing off my body and everything, and then all of a sudden, a fucking wasp, like
Oh,
a bat out of
God.
hell, just flies right into the shower from from the top turnbuckle, and I was just like, and I was trying to like swat it away and everything, and then it stung me,
Yep.
and So it did sting me, and then eventually I stomped it, and I kind of waffle stomped it down the drain a little. But it stung me like in the inner thigh, like really high up on the inner thigh.
Ouch.
So it was like I'm pretty sure like it was in the generalized region of my penis and balls. So like if he just flew a little bit too far right, it was game over.
Unfortunately, it wasn't a wasp, thankfully. I didn't get stung by a wasp, but I have gotten bug bites where the sun don't shine.
Oh.
And it's I'll just give context about the situation via this. It definitely soured the mood a bit. Yeah.
Sucked all the blood right out of there.
It's fun.
Yeah, it's not fun when you fucking next day it's like, damn.
When you fucking can't fuck.
Well, it's like you just like, damn, a fucking mosquito done bit my balls. It's not a proud moment. I mean, the night before was, but the morning after wasn't.
And then you thought, oh shit, I got herpes.
Ah shit, that was a hooker.
A singular herpy.
One herp.
The herp.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah. So
Christ.
and then there's the second bug bite story, which Logan was actually there for that one, so I know he knows this one. So we were sitting playing video games, just kind of chilling. Can't remember what we were playing. Doesn't really matter. It's probably Overwatch because it was a while ago. And at some point, I felt like a pinch, like on like the bottom of my stomach. It's like, the heck was that? And I looked down, and there was a centipede biting the bottom of my stomach. And I was just like, panic! And then, so I panicked and like stood up, and it dropped directly into my pants.
Oh no.
So basically, like, cabin fever style, like, grabbed my pants, it just, like, shoom, off of my body, and threw it in the ground and started stomping on my pants, just, like, hopefully to kill it. So I'll paint the picture for you real quick. This is back whenever my gaming setup was in, like, one of the front rooms of the house. Like, you walk into the house, and you will see that room, like, either to your right or you walk into the room. That's what the two doors in the house are. So, I was in that front room with a shirt on, gaming headphones that at that point unplugged from the controller, so I was just like wearing gaming headphones unplugged from the controller with a shirt on, no pants, no underwear, just like dick and balls out with socks on, panting, looking at my pants on the ground. And needless to say, I was terrified, like, for the rest of the night about if that centipede was still alive or not.
Yep. You better hope it wasn't, because it was coming back for revenge.
Yeah, I didn't put those pants back on.
It was pretty funny from my perspective, because I think it was either Overwatch or Dead by Day. It may have been Dead by Daylight, because that was back when that game had disgustingly long queue times. Oh. And so I just hear Nate, he's in the middle of a sentence, and he just stops talking, and next thing I hear, and like, his mic's muted, like, because he unplugged it from his controller. I couldn't hear from him anymore. I was like, Nate? Hey, you good? So I'm sitting there for like 5 to 10 minutes wondering, what the fuck did he just get assaulted by a ninja? Like, do I need to call someone? I think I may have even texted, was like, you good, buddy? And then he comes back, is like, a centipede nearly bit my dick. I was like, what?
Good way to go.
He's just sitting there buck-ass nude in his own house. I was like, God, Nathan. It's like a Three Stooges skit.
I mean, yeah. I mean, like, what were you gonna do? Like, if a centipede fell on your pants, like, were you just gonna, like, all right, I will systematically check my pants now?
Oh, no, they would have came straight off, but it's like, damn, you stood up and he dropped in there. You Three Stooged yourself, and also, centipedes, gross.
Centipedes
yeah, it was, like,
creatures.
dangling off my stomach for a second before it fell, too.
Honestly, when we talked about crawlies earlier, I had the mental image of a centipede going up there, and I'm like, oh, no.
Thank you for that,
Centipede
Dillon.
pussy.
You have to share my suffering. Next time your ass itches, you're gonna have to think twice.
What?
I refuse to elaborate further.
You digging for gold there, my guy?
No.
I'm not saying a gold digger.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Kanye!
But she ain't messing with no.
No, don't you dare.
Imagine this is how the podcast ends, as the host turns out to be violently racist.
Hey, look, I was reciting a song lyric.
That doesn't... No.
No.
That was not how this
What if
was
it's in my
supposed to
favorite
go.
song?
This whole operation was not my idea.
Hell, I'm not brave enough for politics.
Fuck no. Edit that out.
Edit what, that section?
Yes.
Maybe.
No.
God damn you. You'll censor but not the N-word. What are you, a fascist?
I didn't say it.
It's implied. It is heavily, heavily implied. Does that mean I'm heavily allowed to imply then? For example, Nathan.
How do you heavily imply that?
Guess what I did with your mother last night? That's how you heavily imply it, Nathan.
The negative chin.
Yeah, fun fact, everyone,
Negative, Scott.
the villain to the Crimson Chin in Fairly Odd Parents, Nathan cannot say that name without it sounding very unfortunate.
Yeah, it doesn't sound right.
No, it does not.
I hate that word regardless. Like, I obviously, like, you know, nega chin. I can say it just fine. I don't like the word nega. I really don't. It's so close to a slur.
It's way too close for comfort.
What if I just kept censoring it so people thought you said
I may actually kill you.
Don't do that.
I mean, yeah,
Please
it would not
don't.
be a good
Don't.
look.
Yeah.
Please
Look,
don't.
My reputation's bad enough as is. I don't need you to make it worse. I can ruin my own reputation. Thank you very much.
I can do it myself. The negative, Scott.
People are asking about you in a different Discord server, Nathan.
Son of a bitch. Why does everyone want to know about me?
Nathan, I know you didn't put
No,
it.
I'll tell you after.
Nathan, you did put it as a topic, but I think it'd be a great one to close out the episode. You want to talk about the Ohio thing coming up?
That's actually what they're
mean
asking
tomorrow?
about. Yeah, no, I don't think.
Oh, God.
I don't,
Oh,
let's
God.
let's not talk about that.
All right.
Look, we'll talk about the aftermath. If it goes good, I'll
Okay.
talk about it. If it goes bad, we'll never bring it up ever again.
That's
Come
fine.
on.
No,
Whatever.
Okay, fine. Okay, long story short, I'm driving to Ohio for dubious reasons.
dubious reasons.
That's-
It's for
that
a very
makes-
nice reason.
That makes it sound worse than it is, Nathan, but I like that
for a
delivery.
very
No,
nice-
Okay, I'm driving to Ohio for a blind date.
Yeah, it's great. That's fun.
I was gonna phrase it as
let it-
man's is going to Ohio for pussy, but
Oh, come on. A mutual friend has set up Nate on a blind date, so look forward for the after talk on that one.
Nathan, I'll know what
So,
it means if you
let it-
send a phone like a voice message and it's clapping, and I'll know. I'll know.
I'll just send a text
Stop.
in all caps saying "Bring Gatorade."
I will drive to Ohio going double the speed limit if that
No,
happens.
motherfucker, I'll pick you up and we'll go to Ohio.
Yes.
Look,
No.
if the kind lady that I'm going on this blind date with sees this episode, I'm screwed.
That's oh my god. Well, it's not gonna be out by tomorrow, so it's fine.
Well, no.
I say for safety reasons we cut this part.
Nah. Live life
No,
dangerously.
I mean,
because if it works out, what if she sees it then?
It's funny. I'm the one who's making most of the like crass comments.
Look,
I mean, that's fair.
I'll put my balls in between the Bible to be smashed if this goes wrong. All right, so
I want to
I'll
hold
do
the
it.
Bible.
I don't.
I want to hold his balls.
You guys want my Bible?
I mean, you're probably
I
the only
mean-
one of us who has a Bible at the ready.
If Nathan doesn't
I
have
have
a
one.
Bible in his house, I'm gonna be very confused.
I think we have some at my house, but I mean, I don't know where they are.
It's safe to say, even if you're not religious, you have a Bible lying around somewhere in a stack of books.
I mean, you
Bible.
get points for having one.
No, you don't.
Brownie points for having one?
I don't think God does
I mean,
brownie
it's just
points.
like in that-
You either go to hell or you don't.
I mean, it's just like that part of Pirates of the Caribbean. It's like, I'm trying to read. You can't read. It's the Bible. You get points for
Nathan,
trying.
are you trying to compare the Kingdom of Heaven to Pirates of the Caribbean?
No,
You
there's
say
a
Pirates of the
scene-
Caribbean isn't heaven?
I don't think it is.
There's a scene in the second movie where Pindle and Rigetti are like in that little rowboat. The guy with the wooden eye and the
Yeah.
short dude. They're in a rowboat, and he's like, now that we're mortal, we have to take care of our mortal selves. He's like, you can't read. It's the Bible. You get credit for trying. Pretending to read the Bible's a lie. That's a mark against it. He just starts pointing his finger in the sky.
Yep.
Which I guess he's not wrong, but
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite scenes.
I
in
mean, the
entire
Bible
franchise.
was the first book to be mass printed.
Yes,
It was probably also the first book to be plagiarized.
it is. It's heavily plagiarized.
Also mistranslated.
Yes.
Very mistranslated, yes, especially the Ten Commandments. Particularly the murder one, which I think is like number 5.
I'm really just waiting until they drop the 10 commandments.
The 10.
The 10 people mints.
You stole my joke. I was gonna say the they them the they them. mints.
I think history's too much of his story. I'm here for her story.
Dillon tried to get me to drop that hot one-liner whenever I went into women in literature
Dude,
class.
that
I
would
was
have
like,
been so
Dillon,
nice.
Dillon, like I'll tell you right now, that would get my ass like.
You're into that, though.
I mean, yeah, but like in the consensual way.
Yeah, whatever.
What do you mean? Like,
Yeah, whatever.
I mean, it's not like some guy's gonna just come up to me and start fist fighting me. It's like, do it harder.
All right, well, thank you everyone for tuning into this episode of the Bloomfeld podcast.
I'm very concerned about. Anyway, let's just end it there. So you can find links to.
We're
all
coming in
the-
hot
all
this
the-
episode.
You could. Oh, shut up.
You weren't
can
even in
find
this
links-
episode.
You can find links to all the social medias in the About Us page on the YouTube channel. You can find links to appropriate Elk95, I believe, on their Reddit page. Commission them, maybe they do good work if you like our little art piece here. You can find us all on Twitter if you look at the Bloomfeld Pod Twitter account. You can find all of our personal Twitters. Dillon's never there, but he's there in spirit. And then you also got my Twitch channel, Logan DeKidd.
The closest you'll get to me on Twitter is when I occasionally send out dumb tweets from the pod Twitter.
Or him on my streams.
That's
which
also
Dillon
true.
Frequents. So
Yes,
check it out.
especially if he's streaming Star Wars games, I'll probably be there.
Yeah, have you played any more Fallen Order?
No, I haven't. I'm going to tomorrow night though.
I should be
My schedule
available
is
for
open.
that.
My schedule should be open tomorrow night. I think tonight I'm going to do homework and shit like that. So
Yep.
we'll see.
Well,
We'll see.
thanks for watching. Goodbye.
Goodbye.